I think it's important to be a hustler, but your life is good.
Imagine surviving 6 gunshots on your 21st birthday. Imagine losing 2 of your closest friends in the same moment. Most people would give up, but for Shea bin Abraham Joseph, better known as 21 Savage, that was the turning point. From the gritty streets of Atlanta to a secret countryside mansion worth millions, this is the story of a man who turned pain into power and silence into platinum records. And yes, the rumors are true. The mansions, the cars, the luxury lifestyle. By 2025, his empire is estimated at a ballpark of $16 to $25 million. But behind the gold chains, the flashy cars, and the cash is a survival story. A kid who refused to be defined by his scars. A man who turned real pain into raw poetry. This is 21 Savage. Stick around, because what you're about to hear will change the way you see 21 Savage forever. And before we dive in, kindly hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Shea bin Abraham Joseph, born on October 22, 1992, in Plaistow, London, is an American rapper who goes by the stage name 21 Savage, and whose life didn't start in the US like most people think. His mother moved him to Atlanta, Georgia when he was just 7. His family is of Caribbean descent. His mother's family is from Dominica, and his father's is from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, while his paternal grandfather was Haitian. Abraham Joseph considers himself African American. His father and twin sisters, dance choreographers Kira and Jada Davis, continue to live in London. In 7th grade at Stone Mountain Middle School, Abraham Joseph was placed on probation for gun possession. Following a probation violation in 8th grade, he was expelled from the DeKalb County School District. This led him to begin attending schools around the Atlanta metropolitan area before being sent to a juvenile detention center. After being released from the juvenile detention center, he completed 8th grade through an alternative program before finishing a semester of high school, but dropped out in his freshman year following multiple exclusions that he said exhausted him. After dropping out, he joined a local street gang affiliated with the Whiter Bloods gang and became a full-time drug dealer, mainly selling cannabis. He also regularly took part in other criminal activities, including robbery and car theft, although he was only arrested once after contraband was found in a car he was driving. In 2011, when he was 19, his right-hand man, Larry, was killed in a shootout. In 2013, during an attempted robbery on his 21st birthday, Abraham Joseph was shot 6 times by rival gang members, and 2 of his closest friends were killed, including his best friend Johnny. That night changed everything. Savage realized he had 2 choices: die in the streets or live through music. Atlanta wasn't easy. It was a city of opportunity, but also a city of danger. Savage started rapping in 2013, dropping raw, unfiltered tracks that spoke to real pain. His first mixtape, The Slaughter Tape, 2015, was a street anthem. But the game changer? Savage Mode, 2016, a collaboration with Metro Boomin. The project was dark, haunting, and brutally honest, just like Savage's life. Tracks like No Heart and X blew up, making him a household name. By 2017, Savage dropped Isa album, debuting at number 2 on Billboard. The single Bank Account became a cultural phenomenon. Then came I Am I Was, 2018, which hit number 1 and earned him a Grammy for Best Rap Song with A Lot. From there, Savage was unstoppable, collaborating with Drake on Her Loss, 2022, and dropping American Dream, 2024, which also topped charts. But fame didn't make him flashy. Savage stayed low-key, investing his money wisely and building a life far away from the chaos of Zone 6. Now let's talk about the mansion, the one fans whisper about. Located in Alpharetta, Georgia, this estate is a fortress of luxury and privacy. Spanning 12,343 square feet, it boasts 6 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, a home theater, a game room, and an outdoor pool that looks like something out of a resort brochure. Despite headlines and rumors, the exact address of 21 Savage's current home remains largely private. That alone adds intrigue, the curious mix of fame and discretion. From what fans have seen, social media glimpses, occasional photos, the exterior has been described as understated. Muted tones, a beige facade, blending into the leafy Atlanta suburbs rather than standing out. But don't let understated fool you. Behind those walls lies privacy, calm, and a fortress of comfort away from flashing cameras and flashing lights. Inside, it's all about comfort, smart home tech, minimalist design, and a garage that houses some of the most exotic cars you'll ever see. This isn't just a home, it's a statement. I made it, but I'm still me. because a single home might not be enough for a man who's lived more than one life. Alongside the mansion, 21 Savage once owned, and may still own or control, a high-rise condo in downtown Atlanta. The unit reportedly sits on the 24th floor of a sleek downtown building, granting panoramic views of downtown and midtown Atlanta. Roughly 2,171 square feet, with 2 bedrooms and 2.5 baths, sleek modern finishes, and a contemporary vibe. According to the listing, the penthouse is designed for urban living with access to city amenities. For someone who might want to switch off the quiet suburban vibe and tap into the pulse of Atlanta's nightlife. This unit represents a different lifestyle tier. Not hidden trees and private driveways, but skyline views, elevators, walkable blocks, nightlife near your doorstep. There is an unconfirmed mansion allegedly owned by the rapper. Detailed countryside estate, exact address, property records publicly listing a sprawling estate under his name. Those remain elusive or unconfirmed in reputable media. The lack of public confirmation might be intentional. For a man with his past, privacy isn't just comfort, it's protection. So when you hear talk of a secret mansion, think of it more as a symbolic enclosure, an idea of success, escape, anonymity, as much as bricks, walls, and land. Real estate isn't just places to crash. For 21 Savage, it's legacy and stability. Multiple sources attribute to him both the mansion and the condo. In an industry known for flash in the pan fame, owning properties, especially with long-term value, signals that he's building more than a rap career. He's building a foundation. Remember we mentioned exotic cars earlier? Let's get into his crazy car collection. Savage's garage is a dream for any car enthusiast. We're talking Ferrari 488 GTB, Bentley Bentayga, Lamborghini Urus, Mercedes Maybach S650, and a Range Rover Autobiography. Add a Porsche 911 Targa, a Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, and a Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, and you've got a collection worth over $1.3 million. Each car tells a story. The Ferrari 488 GTB is a mid-engine sports car from Italian automaker Ferrari. It uses a 3.9-liter twin-turbocharged V8 F154 engine that produces roughly 670 in substantial torque. Typical published figures for the 488 GTB, 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 3.0 seconds, and a top speed in the ballpark of 330 kilometers per hour, approximately 205 miles per hour. It's a 2-door Berlinetta coupe. As a supercar, it's compact and built for performance rather than practicality. Price tag on this ride is $265,000. Bentley Bentayga, a luxury SUV that combines elegance, power, and versatility, reportedly part of his fleet. With a powerful engine, smooth ride, comfortable interior, ideal for both city driving and long rides. A rapper on the rise isn't always about speed. Sometimes it's about having a ride that matches lifestyle, comfort, status, versatility. Bentayga brings that balance between the streets and the suites. This exotic ride is worth $260,000. Lamborghini Urus, a high-performance SUV that mixes supercar blood with SUV practicality. 21 Savage is reputed to own one. It has twin-turbocharged V8, around 641 to 650 horsepower, 0 to 60 miles per hour in roughly 3.1 to 3.3 seconds, top speed approximately 190 miles per hour. It falls in the ballpark of $230,000 depending on trim/customizations. For a man who came from the streets, this SUV meets supercars shows he wants speed and presence. Pulling up with style, whether you're on the block or pulling up to a high-end event. Mercedes Maybach, emblematic of luxury, comfort, and understated power. A full-size luxury sedan, V12, plush leather interior, smooth ride, worth around $190,000 to $200,000, though exact trim and model year affect price. This car isn't about screaming horsepower, it's about quiet power, status, comfort. It shows that success for 21 Savage isn't just flash and muscle, but sophistication and style too. Range Rover Autobiography. This is a top-end luxury SUV from Land Rover, positioned as a mix of comfort, luxury, and capable off-road, urban performance. Autobiography trim usually includes premium leather/semi-aniline seats, advanced convenience features like climate control, infotainment, and comfort options, spacious cabin and cargo/boot space relative to a supercar. It offers practicality, space for more passengers or cargo, a more comfortable ride for everyday use, and the ability to handle different driving conditions. It blends luxury plus status plus practicality. For someone splitting time between fame, studio, travel, possibly fluctuating roads/contexts, it's a versatile big ride that still carries prestige, worth $150,000. Porsche 911 Targa, a classic European sports car, reported as part of his collection. Twin-turbo flat six, around 379 to 400 horsepower, sporty handling, convertible, shunt adaptive roof, 0 to 60 miles per hour in sub-4-second range. Sources list this vehicle around $137,000. A bit more refined than the muscle cars, this one's about precision, class, European engineering. For those quieter nights when you want to ride smooth instead of show off, Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, a definite muscle car mood, 2016 to 2018. Hellcat is among the cars attributed to him. Supercharged 6.2-liter V8, approximately 707, brutal acceleration, aggressive stance, and sound. Valued around $65,000 to $75,000. The Hellcat brings that rugged, unapologetic energy, a nod to roots, independence, raw power. For a rapper whose lyrics reflect survival and edge, a car like this feels authentic, not just flashy. Last is the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, elder classic among his fleet, raw American muscle, nostalgia, roots. Far from high-end luxury, a statement that not all rides need to be opulent to be meaningful. Due to its age and classic status, values vary widely. What matters here isn't the price, it's the statement, from humble or rough beginnings to success. But of course, that $80,000 matters. So there you have it, a glimpse into the rides that ride shotgun with 21 Savage. Not just a rapper with bars, but a man with taste. A man who built a lane from nothing and now drives a fleet. Savage doesn't just buy cars, he curates experiences. As of 2025, 21 Savage's net worth sits between $16 to $25 million. How? Music royalties, touring, brand deals, and smart investments. He owns his masters, a rare move in the industry, meaning every stream puts money directly in his pocket. Beyond music, Savage invests in real estate and runs Slaughter Gang Entertainment, his own label. Live shows and tours are another huge piece of 21 Savage's money machine. Long before the COVID-19 shutdowns, he built a reputation for high-energy performances that packed out venues. Whether he was headlining his own tours or jumping on major lineups as a supporting act, Savage turned every stage into a major payday. And it doesn't stop there. Merch sales are a quiet powerhouse behind his success. From clothing to accessories, he's mastered the art of turning his brand into something fans want to wear. It brings in extra income, sure, but it also keeps his connection with his audience strong and growing. Brand deals? Savage is locked in. He's teamed up with major names like Spotify, Adidas, and Nike, using his influence to secure some seriously profitable partnerships. These aren't just sponsorships, they're visibility boosters that push his image and reach even further. But here's where things get interesting. 21 Savage isn't just securing his own bag, he's helping others build theirs too. He's been vocal about smart money habits and financial education. And in 2020, he backed it up by partnering with Chime to launch a financial literacy program for young people. It's a move that doesn't just give back to the community, it positions him as a forward-thinking leader in the world of personal finance. Personal life. Savage keeps his personal life private, but we know that as of 2025, he's dating rapper Latto, as confirmed in the September 2025 by the female rapper herself, and is a father of 3. In June 2017, he dated model Amber Rose, but separated in May 2018. Back in 2018, 21 Savage sparked a movement he called Guns Down, Paintballs Up. His idea was simple but bold. Replace real gun violence with paintball battles, anything to keep people from reaching for deadly weapons. But things didn't unfold the way he hoped. Detroit Police Chief James Craig later called the movement well-intentioned but misguided. After a wave of paintball incidents led to unexpected trouble. People got hurt, crowds caused chaos in the streets. Property, including police vehicles, was damaged, and in some cases, paintball guns were mistaken for real firearms. What started as a peaceful alternative ended up connected to vandalism, violent retaliation, and even serious crimes. The movement has since been tied to multiple cases of property damage and, tragically, even homicide. Though 21 Savage hasn't publicly addressed the controversy, he did quietly step in to cover the funeral costs of a 3-year-old child who lost their life in a related incident. A heartbreaking reminder of how complicated the situation became. 21 Savage found himself in the middle of a controversy over his track ASMR from the album I Am Greater Than I Was. One lyric in particular, "We've been getting that Jewish money, everything is kosher," sparked backlash for reinforcing harmful stereotypes. The situation blew up even more when LeBron James posted the line on his Instagram story, putting a national spotlight on the lyric. Savage quickly addressed the issue, posting an apology on Twitter. He explained, "The Jewish people I know are very wise with their money, so that's why I said, we've been getting Jewish money. I never thought anyone would take offense. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. Never my intention. I love all people with all my heart." His response showed a mix of accountability and a clear attempt to clarify his intent. Then, in November 2020, tragedy struck his family. Savage's half-brother, Terrell Davis, was fatally stabbed in Lambeth, London, a devastating loss that added another heavy chapter to the rapper's life story. Why don't we delve next into something that truly sets 21 Savage apart, his philanthropy. Beyond the music and the fame, he's serious about giving back. He's funded scholarships, hosted free financial workshops, and even thrown his support behind immigrant rights after his own highly publicized legal battle with ICE in 2019. Every year in early August, 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019, Savage held his Issa Back to School Drive, named after Issa album, right in his Atlanta neighborhood. Kids walked away with free haircuts, hairstyles, school supplies, and uniforms. For many families, it was more than a community event. It was a real boost heading into the school year. In March 2018, he took things even further when he went on the Ellen DeGeneres show and announced the 21 Savage bank account campaign, inspired by his hit bank account. He kicked it off with a $21,000 donation, explaining, "It's to help kids learn how to save money, make money, and open bank accounts." Just a few months later, he dropped another $10,000 to support an anti-bullying initiative at Atlanta's Continental Colony Elementary School. And when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, Savage didn't step back. He stepped up. On July 1st, 2020, he launched a free online financial literacy program for kids and teens stuck at home. "I feel like it's more important than ever to give our next generation the tools to succeed," he said. The program even partnered with Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms to provide free tablets and Wi-Fi to students who needed them most. Everybody faces legal bumps and drama, and 21 Savage is no exception. His run-ins with the law stretch back years. In October 2014, he was convicted on felony drug charges in Fulton County, Georgia. Fast forward to June 10th, 2018, and controversy hit again when he pulled a firearm at a pool party after seeing a rival crew member with a pistol, a weapon he'd been handed by a friend in the heat of the moment. Then, on February 15th, 2019, 21 Savage turned himself into authorities in South Georgia over a felony theft by deception charge. The dispute stemmed from a 2016 concert he was allegedly paid $17,000 to perform at, but didn't show up for nor return the money. He was released on his own recognizance, with a court date set to resolve the case. Even personal feuds have made headlines. In early 2020, a clash with producer Young Chop blew up after Chop called him out during an Instagram livestream. Things escalated when Chop claimed that a gunman fired at his Uber in 21 Savage's neighborhood, though he wasn't hurt and no independent sources or video evidence confirmed the shooting. Legal issues followed him into the business world as well. In November 2022, 21 Savage and Drake were sued by Condé Nast, the publisher of Vogue, for using the magazine's name without permission to promote their collaborative album, Her Loss. From London to Atlanta, from bullets to Billboard charts, 21 Savage's story is one of resilience. He's proof that pain can become power and that silence can speak louder than words. Behind the mansions and luxury cars is a man who never forgot where he came from and who's determined to help others find their way out too. Thanks for riding along with us. If you enjoyed this deep dive into 21 Savage's journey, go ahead and smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Catch you in the next one.